Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Of course, this is Bunny Vision Movie Night, and I am Chester C. Busby III. Very happy to be here talking to you guys. I see we got Bullet in here already. Awesome. Keep those eyes on open, Blade. Yeah, absolutely. A very cool movie. We're going to try to
Hello,
watch
everybody,
today.
and welcome
And
to the show. Of
there
course,
it
this is
goes
Bunny Vision Movie Night,
again. It's
and I am Chester C.
always
Buzz.
exciting when YouTube decides to undo everything that I do. Why do they keep doing that? Nevertheless, it's okay. But today we are going to try to watch our movie. We're having a little bit of trouble with Rabbit. We're going to see how that works out. But it seems like there's a lot of people using Rabbit today, and they're having a bit of backlog.
Rabbit's being a prick.
Yeah, well, no, I think they're
Yes.
just busy. But we'll see how that
How
works
dare
out.
they?
But it's all good because we're actually going to cover a little bit of news here today before we get into the movie anyway. So these guys are working on the Rabbit
Hmm.
in the background, and we'll just kind of push forward. But as
Just
usual,
being a
guys,
prude.
just
Rabbit didn't consider our schedule.
yeah, I know, right? But do keep in mind all of our links we have down below. We appreciate you guys checking those out. Also, there's a free comic down there you can read from Travis Gibb over with his Broke Down in Four Dead Bodies. It's kind of cool that he let us share that around. So go check it out. It's a free comic. And of course, they have a Kickstarter going on too if that's something you're interested in checking out. But it's, go read the comic. I think that's a cool thing. But nevertheless, this is a live stream, guys, so we'd appreciate if you hit that share button, let everybody know what we're doing so they can come over and join us. But nevertheless, let me come over here and talk to my panel and see how everyone's doing. So how you doing, George?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I am so happy.
I'm glad you're happy. That's good. I'm
Yeah,
happy too.
yeah.
How about you, Denali? Are you happy?
I am stuffed. I
He's
just
stuffed.
was eating. Yeah, I ate this huge burrito,
Wow,
Oh,
this
that sounds
giant
happy to me.
sandwich.
it does
Yeah,
sound happy. Yeah, and
so I might fall asleep from how awesome it was.
he might fall asleep because from how awesome it was. All right, quote of the
Yeah.
day so far. And then of course we have Booster, who of course is slap happy. How you doing, dude?
I'm not bloody happy.
No,
I'm not happy at all. Your bloody rabbit isn't working, Chester.
that's
Being a
true.
pain in my ass.
Positive thinking. Yeah, I think you're just in. I think what's happening
Namaste.
is you're just in a queue right now, right?
Yeah, a queue of 200 people, and it keeps kicking me out of the queue and making the queue larger every time.
Wow. But I know Denali's also working on the back end as well, so we'll see how that goes. But that's all right. We have news and things to get to.
Yes,
But
Denali,
before,
keep working that back end.
yeah, goodness gracious. But other
Yes,
than
oil in one.
other than the news we do have set up to talk about, anybody here have anything they want to chat about before we jump into that?
Well,
Well,
I'm. Go ahead.
I was curious. So, what, from your point of view, if any of you have seen Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
instead of complaining about it, I'm asking the group here and the forum and everybody else,
Hmm.
what was good about it? It was. Did you like anything about it? Did you like the dragon flying around? Did you like the special effects? Was there any part of the story that you
You talk
that
about
appealed?
you talk about the final, George?
Yeah, I'm talking about season 8
Oh,
in
season
in
eight.
general. Yeah.
I
Season eight.
liked Tormund. Tormund made me giggle.
Yeah, I think Tyrion had a couple of good moments. But no, season eight's pretty bad, George. It's
I,
really bad
I
all
I like
around.
to. I
Yeah.
like to know that there's a Starbucks in the north.
Right. Yeah. That little mistake. They've made that
I
mistake
like to
before,
think that's
actually.
why the Night King invaded, in fact.
Yeah.
Like, where's the professionalism, though? Why don't they make sure that there are no bloody cups on set before they start rolling cameras?
And I think it's just a confusing situation. It's a difficult shoot, I would imagine. And that particular scene, well, more than likely, what the director had done was, all right, guys, we're having a big party. We just had a big success, so everyone just have fun, act like you're at a party. And I think it's a very chaotic scene. It's not like, okay, Tyrion is talking to his sister Cersei. It's not that kind of setup. It's like a more open-ended, broad room setup, and I think it's probably why it
Okay,
happened.
but those mistakes just have been found in just normal little political intrigue scenes, right? Like, for
They have
example,
been.
like you just did, Tyrion talking to Cersei. Someone in the background is trying to hide like a little water bowl under their robe or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, they've made these mistakes, and I guess it's it's unfortunate. I think overall, it's kind of like with for me, Game of Thrones has ended up just like the this first arc within the Marvel cinematic universe. There is so much wonderful things to be happy about with Game of Thrones, and they dropped the ball at the end. Same thing with Marvel. There's so many great movies, and it's unfortunate and it was so bad. But it's very similar to
Which
me. You know.
which is kind of telling about it that we no longer know how to end things because we got into the thing of either we tell the story and it gets canceled,
Hmm.
or we tell the story and very few things that we do on this
Hmm.
side of the pond really truly ends.
Yep.
You know what I think it is? I reckon that these guys, was it D&D? They took the
Yeah.
reins from George R. R. Martin. He was no longer guiding the show, and I believe George R. R. Martin just gave them footnotes, right,
Hmm.
to just kind of follow. And they didn't really think of any substance in between the footnotes. They just went along and hit the footnotes as they went along,
Oh, they didn't even do
and that's
that
about
though.
it.
They didn't even do that
Yeah?
because they had a big, huge argument, and he left completely, actually. And
Mm-hmm.
and the things they were complaining about, they were arguing about, is the fact that they weren't following the footnotes. This is the problem,
Oh,
right? They were doing
oh,
their own thing. And here's the
Yeah.
reason. Here's the answer. This is why they can't end things properly. Same thing with J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, all these kind of people. They fall under the same issue. They want to subvert your expectations because they think that makes them cool. And if you're in the middle of the season or toward the beginning of the season and you do something that subverts the expectation, that's fine. But when you're ending a show, you have to do the exact opposite of that. You should not subvert anything. You should do exactly what you've done to build up to. That is the reason why they can't end things, because the ending needs to be what is expected. Somewhere in the
Yeah,
middle, you can do that, but
it's
at
called
the end,
it's called audience satisfaction. You have to hit that at the end of your story.
yeah, but
Otherwise,
it's deeper than that, George. It's not just that. It's simply the way we think, the way the brain works. We're coming through a story we've seen, we've made expectations, we have an idea how things going to happen. We're anticipating it, and then we get our anticipation. It's not actually has anything to do with marketing. It has to do with the way the brain works, and they think they're being cool by subverting the expectation. And what they're doing is messing with the way the brain works. And this is why things are so screwed up. And the Game of Thrones is a perfect example of this. And but I also think it's those guys aren't particularly talented in doing that. They're very talented at other things, right? And
Right.
they screwed up. They screwed up really bad. Season 8 is
mhm.
literally each episode was worse than the one before it. I mean, it's shockingly bad. And to be fair, season 7 wasn't very good either. I mean, really, it was very, very
Season
Well,
5
mediocre.
wasn't
I
either.
hope you're looking forward to these guys' Star Wars movies that they've been attached to.
No,
No, I'm not.
oh, I
no,
think
not at all. Not at all.
I think
Actually,
Sigma's going to carry over.
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there is over 1 million people on a petition for HBO to reshoot season 8. I don't know if they'll
One,
do
one,
that, but you know what
one,
I would suggest? I would
No,
suggest
they
actually,
wouldn't.
they probably won't, but what I would suggest is actually take
It's
7 and 8, throw it out, and do a 13 episode season 7, and then and end the story properly. But they won't do it anyway. They're going to leave it just as it is, as they always do. But Nick W says Tom King was. We're going to talk about that.
No, we're talking about. Ooh, we're talking about that, baby. Mm.
Well, and seeing as you brought it
That was a
up,
bit much.
why don't we just go ahead and jump over to
Let's
it?
do it. Let's do it.
How about
Let's
Yeah.
that?
rip off the band-aid. Let's do
We will.
it.
We
Yeah,
will.
they're
We will.
salivating. They want the blood. They want to talk about this.
Give me the head of Tom King.
oh, that
Jesus.
was good.
I
That was good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well
Go
done.
ahead, Dinale.
Well done.
So, well, it's no longer a rumor. It's actually confirmed.
Yeah.
because I did post in the same post the updated. But Tom King is taken off of Batman. His last issue is going to be 85,
Mhm.
and he's being taken off all the Batmans because of declining sales.
Oh,
He's been
shocking.
chasing away the bloody customers because his storyline is crap.
Yes. Hey, this person is speaking. I don't know who you are. Is that Tom King?
Uh, I think that's Ryan Johnson. Let's not look at
Yeah,
him.
That's
Don't
not
look at him for
Ryan
too
Johnson.
long,
That's not Ryan
or
Johnson.
your soul will be filled with soy.
That's Rich Johnson. I see.
Oh, same guy.
I see. Yeah, we don't want to do that. That'll hurt us. That's painful. That's painful. Okay. Now, okay. Good news, I guess. But here is the interesting thing to actually go back and read Nick's actual comment. He says, "Tom King was axed from Batman. I can't wait for Bendis to take over."
Don't you say that shit. Don't you talk about Bendis!
looks like Bendis taking over Batman.
Don't you say that in my presence, Nick W. I'll fight you.
Well,
I
now,
will drop into the audience and fight you.
So this is a case of good news and bad news. Good news, Tom King is gone. Or good news, yeah, Tom King is gone from Batman. Bad news, you're getting Bendis.
well, now, if they are taking Tom King off Batman because of reduced sales, which makes sense,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
wouldn't the if that's true, then why is Bendis still doing Superman? Because that has been reduced greater than Batman, actually. Bendis has had a more negative effect upon the Superman sales than King has had on the Batman sales, but yet Bendis is still employed.
because Superman doesn't matter to them anymore. It's not their cash cow like it was in the past. It's Batman. So Batman is their precious property that will always be able to rise up to the occasion.
hmm
Unlike Superman, because nobody can write Superman. They've forgotten how to write Superman, so it's a lesser property now, even though he's one of the Trinity
Now,
characters.
I'm curious. I have a curious question. I know what I would say if I was running a business, but do you guys think that is there anybody in the executive area that is actually getting the comic before it comes out and reading it,
Nope.
You mean
Nope.
editors?
right?
You think
Nope.
Tom King's not getting edited?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because I know if I were running a business, you better believe there's not a damn thing going on in my office that isn't approved by me, for damn
Right.
sure.
Yeah, they won't. And the reason why? Plausible deniability.
Whatever. I mean, it's just simply it seems bad practice to me. But
My
yay.
They did.
suggestion: drop Batman. Go to Detective Comics. Peter J. Tomasi is doing a excellent run called Medieval, where he's created a villain called the Arkham Knight, of course based on the games, but it's a totally new character who is a Night Fiend character just obsessed with getting at Batman. It's a fun as hell read, and he gets Batman right.
Wow, Nick
Yeah.
W. That's interesting, Nick. Didio logic. Tom King to Superman and Bendis to Batman.
Remember, boys, he can bend us, but he cannot break us.
Yeah, right. Well, the problem with Didio is he has an agenda, and his agenda is that he has a certain image of what a superhero should be, and unfortunately, the majority of us don't agree with his vision, and no one over at DC seems to understand that. Didio's logic is not the logic of the fan base. And this is a huge problem because he
It
doesn't.
is very strange.
Well, it is because he doesn't think there should be kids anywhere near it. He doesn't think superheroes should be married or have any attachments. He has these concepts of what a superhero is, and of course, he's wrong, right? I mean, because we saw just very clearly when we had the Super Sons run that was being written really well, and we had some great inks from RT Bear and others. But
Peter J. Tomasi again.
Yeah, right. And it was
Mhm.
absolutely beautiful. Wonderful run, wonderful run. So no, you're wrong. The idea of parenting and kids and stuff is really cool. And the thing he's missing is you guys are not doing a very good job of bringing young people into the comic book world. And because you're failing so badly at that, you need to make sure that at least a good portion of your books are catering to the people who are reading them, which are older people, which are people who have kids. You moron. I mean, it's
Hmm.
the simplest logic in the world. It's like, does your brain not work properly, Didio? I mean, honestly.
I'm subverting
He's,
your
he's
expectation.
very strange. And to be honest, it's also a very selfish mindset that he's got going on, right?
Mhm.
He has his little ideas of what superheroes should be, and he says that these writers must absolutely cater to his ideas.
Right.
When it's shown time and time again, there's this thing that the audience wants, and it seems like he's got in his head that the audience they don't actually know what they want. I know what they want, and it's really ridiculous. And I know he's trying to be a good businessman, but he's doing the same thing as the SJWs are, but without the SJW agenda, right? He's just telling us what we want, and fans don't like that.
No, they don't, and we've seen this happen a lot of times. I mean, it does. You don't have to attach the
Oh,
SJW to
and
it. It's something that
quick
happens
note,
all the
Chester.
time. Yeah, yeah, I saw.
Quick note. The rabbit is working.
Good. I saw that. Cool. All
Hmm.
right. Well, let's move on to our next story then. Now
Yeah.
now this one is I'm curious here. Now hold on a second. Let me take this one, Denali. Vanessa Hudgens rumored for Catwoman in Batman with Robert Pattinson. Now Robert Pattinson we've already established because we actually had an
Yeah.
artist on here that took one of his pictures and put him in the cowl, and it was worse than you could absolutely imagine. It was horrific. So we already know that he's not going to work as Batman. We already know this. We already know. We're not going to even give him a chance. I've made that decision. But the
I
problem
might
is,
give him a little chance. Only
okay. Well, then
a
I'm
little.
going to
I'll give him
kick
a
you out.
little one.
You're going to be kicked out.
Okay,
Okay.
please don't
But
kick me out,
but
Daddy.
I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. I didn't recognize this lady in the picture, so I went looking to figure out who she was, and then I come over and looked, and it's like, do I know this girl? Have I
Oh,
ever
you
seen
do.
this
Yeah.
girl
Come on.
before?
You know who
Yeah.
she is. Come on, dig deeper. Come on.
I
10 years ago, is there
Yeah.
this rage that you feel screaming?
Come
there
on.
is some angst I'm having, but I don't recognize her, dude.
McLaren,
Come on.
soaring. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach.
Stop. Not the musical again. Stop it.
It's High School Musical, baby. Yeah.
Oh, see, I never watched those. I never watched those, but she must have been on like the media or something because I kind of recognize her, but in general I don't. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess she could look like Catwoman, but she looks kind of old now. It's kind of old looking chick now. Um, I don't know. Can she act?
She can act, and
No.
some makeup, she'll look like a hottie.
Yeah, well, she's not particularly attractive, but I think she has one of those faces that can be adjusted with makeup and stuff. So I'm not too worried about this. I mean, this is kind of cute, I guess. Not really. No, no. She's not pretty. Let's try
Okay.
this one. No. Okay, no. I'm trying. I'm trying. No, go. Oh God, no. Hold on. So I'm looking. We're gonna find something here.
Okay, I see what's going on. She's
Almost,
not
Is there
almost,
Asian
something
enough.
you'd
almost,
kick
almost,
her out
almost,
of
almost.
bed? What's going on?
I'm sorry.
She's
She's
not
not
Asian
pretty,
enough,
dude.
Chester.
Yeah.
Bony ass knees. I'm
Yeah.
trying, dude. I'm desperately trying to find something that's actually attractive.
Maybe I reek of desperation. I don't know.
You do, but that's another
But I'd
conversation.
let her lick me.
Yeah, no. She's not a pretty girl. But then again, here's the thing, though. Selena doesn't have to necessarily be the most hottest chick. She's not necessarily that character, right? She needs to exude sexuality, but she doesn't have to be super hot. I mean, not all comic book chicks are super hot. There's a few that are intended to be hot. And so she doesn't have to be a pretty girl. It's okay. But can she pull off sexy though? Anybody? Because I have no clue about
Yeah,
this
I
chick.
doubt it.
So what you're saying is she has to be Captain Marvel hot levelness?
Which one are
Oh,
we
no,
talking
no,
about?
no. I'm saying that Selena Kyle doesn't have to be a hottie. It's okay. She needs to
But
be
she is
sexy
supposed to be
though.
something of a seductress.
She does need to be a seductress. You're right, but that doesn't
Yes.
mean like for instance, if we all know the story of Cleopatra, it's one of those stories we're told in the West and we know her very well, and she's a legendary seductress, right? But we
Mhm.
know exactly what Cleopatra looked like, and she was not an attractive woman at all. but
Mhm.
yet she was powerful seductress. So this girl doesn't have to be pretty. I just because I don't know her, I don't know anything about her. I don't know her acting. And Nick W says Chester has no idea what High School Musical is. Now I am jealous of Chester, dude. Why would I watch such a vapid piece of crap? I mean, it was obvious the moment I saw a
Oh,
trailer for it. It was vapid crap.
when I was younger, you couldn't get away from it.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
well
just
I'm
one of
from
those
that
things that
generation.
everyone was obsessed with when I was at school. It was, whoo, what a time! That was not a good time to be alive.
This isn't bad. This isn't bad. I found one. Now this is extremely. It's almost CG level altered. Uh,
Yeah, I'm
uh,
pretty sure it's
yeah,
barely
but
even her.
yeah, barely. But yeah, she's not very pretty. But that doesn't mean anything. Oh God, God, she's really unattractive. Uh, oof, oof.
Man, I don't want to know what you think an ugly woman looks like. Jesus, like a like a like a really ugly woman. Jeez, man.
This is not. Look at her face, dude. This is not an attractive female, dude.
Look,
I
she's
mean,
got a
look
nice
at.
smile.
She
I'd give her
does.
butterfly
She
kisses and a
does,
little
and it looks a lot
smooch.
like the Joker. And she's got those cheeks that have been surgically altered and pulled in, and she's got this
Yeah.
Joker smile ripping across her an incredibly wide chin,
Good job.
and
Good
she's got
job.
this
Good
very big
job.
forehead, and she has these indented eyes that have
Oh
black
my
Good job.
circles
God.
You
underneath
just
them.
gave Warner Brother a female Joker.
You did,
Yeah,
yeah.
well done.
You did.
Chester, what is your opinion of a good-looking woman?
A good-looking woman's a good-looking woman. It's obvious to anybody.
Yeah, well, no, it's not because I think Vanessa Hudgens is a hottie. So, and you say she's
Wow,
not. So,
she's
what
not.
what is your metric? What is your metric? Tell me an actress that you think is a hottie.
I don't know. A young Lucy Liu.
Yeah, I knew it.
The Asian girls.
I knew it.
Yep.
No, actually, going with this is a Latino girl. Of course, Salma Hayek,
No, no,
absolute
it's okay.
hottie.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay.
Going
oh
with
yeah,
white
oh yeah, she's
girls.
gorgeous.
What was that?
Okay.
Okay,
What was
Selma
that?
Hayek's unfair. That woman is freaking gorgeous.
She is
Ni-
gorgeous. But you talk
Nice
about
and
a
healthy.
sexy Latino girl. Now, if you want to talk about sexy white girl, I don't know her name offhand, but she was one of the Bond girls. She was a horrible actress, but kind of redhead. She was
She doesn't need to
stunningly
be a good
beautiful.
actress to be a Bond
Which
girl.
movie?
It was the one with Pierce Bronson, I think.
The one in Goldeneye?
Maybe. And super, super, super hot, super sexy. Yeah. I
The
can't
one
think of her name offhand.
where he's filing a tank in St. Peter's.
It wasn't a good movie, but I'm saying that that girl in there is just coming to the top of my head as attractive. But
Mhm.
then again, like who's that chick that was in Charlie's Angels, the blonde? She's in a bunch of movies.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz, that's an ugly ass chick. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing about
she knows
Cameron
nothing. Yeah.
though, is she is pretty harsh ugly, but she's really quirky. She's really bubbly. She's really good at making herself attractive through her actions and through her attitude. So she overcomes it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. That's how I overcome my ugliness too, Chester.
Yeah, there you go. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, this girl is not attractive at all. She literally looks like a female Joker. But then again, and I think she has had some surgery here. I don't think that Selena Kyle needs to necessarily be a mega hottie. I don't think that's necessary. She just needs to be like I mentioned with Cameron Diaz, who's really good at being sexy. She's really good at that. So if this girl has acting chops that can pull that off, well, I think she's good to go. So I don't know. I think the real problem is she's going against Mr. Glimmer Boy here, who is always upset and sad all the time, and his face is sad, which is why he was chosen for the Twilight thing, obviously. But I mean, just looking at these two together, oof, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't mind she's Latino. That doesn't matter. But of course, you do realize they mentioned Josh Gad as the Penguin, but we actually that which is I don't know how good a move that is because Josh Gad is not all he's cracked up to be. But actually, I've heard rumors that they're actually, and that's through Midnight's Edge, that actually the Penguin in this movie is going to be female, not male. So, which I don't know why you would gender swap that, but whatever.
That's a
But
strange choice. I can't imagine a woman going, yeah, yeah. That's
You know.
that won't be attractive at all.
Bird and cat.
Well, you know what? It could be the least problematic. I mean, they have a list, have an SJW list to check off. So they're thinking, okay, what is the least thing that could hurt the audience?
Maybe and I'm not knocking on this chick. I mean, maybe she can pull it off. I have no idea about her. I mean, I don't know. It's tough. That's tough shoes to step into. You're really be super sexy. But if we take a look here at her body, yeah, that's not. No, she's literally has no tits. Literally, like she is titless.
Catwoman cannot be titless.
No, Catwoman can't.
Ladies
No,
and
look
gentlemen,
at this chick has no tits, man. She has no
okay,
tits.
so Chester, and everybody here, Booster, Dinale, and everybody else, I think all of you have been ruined by the fabulous art of Adam Hughes drawing Catwoman, because that's all I'm hearing here. That's all I can hear.
No, George, we're simply complaining that there's no tits, and there's a very old woman face coming at me right here. And of course, maybe she's older. I don't know, but this is not super sexy. Anyway, we just mentioned Salma Hayek. Okay, let's make a comparison here. Okay, Salma Hayek. Okay, take a look. And that's an older lady that's already kicking her ass. That's an old version of Salma Hayek that's already
Salma
better.
Hayek is currently 52.
Yeah, and she's an old lady, and she's still. Let me see. Of course, we all know what we want to see, so let me go find it. Dusk till dawn.
My Manchester's good taste.
I mean, damn, dude. I mean, damn. Look at that. Now that's a body. That's a rock your ass, man. Look. Right? That's a sexy lady right there.
Okay. That's a 10 out of 10. Yes.
It is. Salma Hayek. This is one of the sexy scenes ever put to film, actually. This particular scene. Salma Hayek absolutely killed it. And and it's funny because you look at that room, and everybody in the room, including the females, are absolutely awestruck by her. Right? And you know how they do this, because when they do these kind of shoot things on a shoot, what they'll do is they don't tell everybody what's happening. They do a lot of this is quite common on a shoot. There are a lot of things they won't tell because they want to get genuine emotional reaction from people, right? Whether it's the introduction of the monster for the first time or what have you. But you know what happened here was they had everybody set in the room, and they didn't know Selma was coming out, and she just came out and stole that damn room and kept it. Right? But a great scene. But here is a Latino lady who is sexy. This other one, no, 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 no. Matter of fact, let me emphasize that a little bit more. No, yeah, no.
That's still Shagger.
Well, Booster, that's you. But here's the thing: she's so titless that she actually has rub going on between her cleavage. I mean, that's how titless she is. Look at it. You see?
That is a little brutal. Yeah.
It is brutal. It is brutal.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, now that we've been so mean and picked on this poor little girl who probably doesn't deserve it, good luck. I hope she does great.
Good luck getting past High School Musical, honestly.
We're gonna get to Blade 2 in literally a minute here, guys.
Oh, that's right. This is a Blade 2 movie, but welcome to Perv Speak, where we discuss titless women.
Yeah. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to watch a trailer, and then we're gonna jump over and watch Rabbit. Okay. So here we go. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood official trailer.
I'm Rick Dalton. It's my pleasure.
It's not going to be one of those things the actors just play themselves, is it? It's not going to be some.
No, it's my son.
I don't know.
Insufferable.
No, he's not playing himself.
A Rick Dalton double feature. All the shooting. I love that stuff, you know, with the killing.
A lot of killing.
Anybody order fried sauerkraut?
Wow.
Can you Nazi bastards?
Oh, this is a Tarantino movie.
Quentin Tarantino, yes. We saw a teaser before. We watched the teaser. This is the official
Yep.
trailer.
Yep.
I don't know. We got Brad Pitt, who's usually pretty good. We got Kurt Russell, who is literally silver screen god. And we have DiCaprio, who gets a lot of crap, but he's actually pretty good at what he does.
DiCaprio's fine.
Yeah.
Line.
Embarrass yourself like that in front of all those goddamn people.
All right, what's the matter, partner? It's official, old buddy. Well, has been.
Wow. Now Brad is getting old, dude.
Here I am.
We knew it would happen eventually, but
I mean, he's in his
I'm
late
Sharon Tate.
50s.
yeah, no, I
I'm in the
know.
movie. You're in this?
It's
That's
okay.
me. I play Miss Carlson, the klutz.
It's okay, Stu.
This is the chick who played Harley Quinn, right?
Right.
Charlie's gonna dig
It looks like it.
Well, I tell you what, though, in Harley, in
There's your
the,
first look at Marilyn.
the Charles Manson, yeah. But the thing with her in Suicide Squad, is she was just TNA. She didn't do much other than that. But I've seen a couple movies from her since then. She's getting better. She's actually
In this town.
working on being an actual actress.
Like that.
No, that portrayal of Harley Quinn was
You're Rick
unfortunate,
fucking
to say the
Dalton.
least.
Don't you forget it.
Well, she was
Yeah, talk
sexy.
about a character that wasn't really supposed to be a seductress, but they turned into one.
Well, no, she's supposed to be a loon bat. I
Yeah,
mean,
like a little groupie, right?
yeah, she's supposed to be a crazy
Groupie it
ass,
up.
insane grouping. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. We watched the teaser for this, and it could be interesting. It's obviously something is going on in Hollywood, how they got interacted with the Charles Manson and that whole stuff that happened. It could be interesting. There's some really good acting quality in there. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I love a good Tarantino film.
good luck. I hope she does great. Thanks, Nick. But Eagle 43 says Harley Quinn is a stupid character. I've been saying this for a while, and every time I do it, these guys they get their panties in a bunch. Harley Quinn is an absolutely ridiculous character. It doesn't make any sense. If she's little bobbing up and down and having her tit shake next to Joker, that's fine. But then all of a sudden she's supposed to be this badass fighter. What are you talking about? She's a psychiatrist.
Yeah, she. I don't know why she was ever put on the Suicide Squad, and what she's supposed to. She's supposed to be like paired with the world's greatest assassin in Deadshot, right? An impeccable aim, and she's supposed to take on the same people with a baseball bat. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's stupid. It's stupid. It's always been stupid. I mean, I don't mind Harley Quinn as, like I said, the little Joker groupie. I think it's fine, and I have no problem with her being cute and sexy little thing. That's totally cool. But she's not a badass. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean,
She brings in the basic bitches. Let's be real. You put her
Maybe.
face on something, she brings in all those absolute normie comic book girl readers.
Yeah, but see, it's completely and incredibly disrespectful to a character like, I know it's a different company, but a character like Scarlett Johansson's portrayal of Black Widow. Right now, that is a highly trained individual. Now, I wish they would have went with the alternate what if of her being actually one of the first super soldier. I think that would have been much cooler tie-in, but they didn't, and that's okay. So she is a highly trained human that is very capable. And cool. Harley Quinn is a psychiatrist with a frickin' mallet. I mean, it's dumb.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, enough of that. So this is what we're going to do, guys. Let me come up over to the actual page on YouTube. What we're going to do is we're going to jump over and we're going to watch Blade 2. We changed the format a little bit today because this show we don't get a lot of people want to come watch the movie with us. So we wanted to try to add a little bit of comics news to it as well. We'll see how it goes. But let me check out where the rabbit is. Here it is. Let me come over and join that to see if this.
Post it a few more times just for good measure.
Yeah. And we got a few people over here. Not too many. Not too many. Let me unmute it. Yes. Okay. So, all right. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to end this stream, and then we're going to go over and we're going to watch Blade 2 together. Okay.
Shall we make the disclaimer that we will be commenting over it?
Of course we
Yeah.
will. It's a
So
commentary
this is a
video.
film commentary,
Yeah,
yes.
of course it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know,
But there are options to mute us if you don't like our yammering and just want to watch a movie.
that's
But
right.
the idea of it is to comment on the film. But you also don't have to be shy. You're also in the rabbit room. There's a little at the bottom left corner. There is a place to turn on the microphone. You can yammer on with us if you like.
That's right. You can. You can come in
You
and say hi.
peasants can interact with us.
That's right. Okay. So I'm going to shut down this stream. So thank you guys very much for coming and joining us for this truncated comics news today. And maybe we should start advertising. We're going to do like a 30-minute comics news today and before we do the movie, so we can maybe kind of we'll talk about doing that later. But anyway, we're going to end the stream. Thank you guys very much. We will check you out tomorrow. Tomorrow, I do believe we have our comics news today as usual, and then of course we'll have our Drone Recorded Fan Edition, which this week we are going to be doing Macho Dan and Muttman's Hero on the Fan Edition. That's going to be really cool. So come and check that out. All right, guys. Later.
Cool. Okay,
Aloha.
bye.
Bye.